Hello and welcome to the Carl Jackson Show. This is your daily dose of freedom or your daily dose of objective truth in a world of confusion and lies. Guys, we got a different show for you today. I am going to talk about politics, but only after I speak with my first guest. This is kind of new for us, to be honest with you, but it's something that I like and perhaps I'll do more of in the future. But I'm joined by my guest, and I'm honored to be joined by my guest, comedian Nazareth. We have a comedian on the program because let's face it, we need some laughter. The United States needs some laughter. The world needs some laughter. And I just think it's pretty cool. So comedian Nazareth, welcome to the Carl Jackson Show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm not political, but I'm a Christian. I love this country, and I believe our solution is spiritual. And so I'm an immigrant who came here 40 some years ago and believe in this country, and I love being an American.
Man, I love that. And actually for this, we're actually not going to get political. We're going to let people have a little bit of fun. I want to learn about you a little bit because, all right. So basically, and we should have had a clip up. If I had a better producer, a comedian Nazareth, they would have gotten a clip for me and just had it up so I could look really good in front of you. But those aren't the type of people that I work with. So just keep that in mind.
Gabe you still have Gabe. I mean, Gabe is not. I mean, come on. What's minimum wage nowadays?
All right. But no, it's my fault. I should have said, guys, make sure we have these cuts. And I didn't, but that's cool. I know you're going to be funny and fun anyway. But tell me this. Okay. So one of the things and I was telling you this offline. And again, my guest, comedian Nazareth, you can check out his website, NazarethUSA.com. Also Instagram. I was just scrolling through his Instagram page and checking out some of the reels there. So you can check out his Instagram page at comedian Nazareth as well. But first off, comedy, it's different. You do this for a living. You do this as a career.
Yes.
How did you get into this, first off?
Well, I've always wanted to make people laugh, and I don't know why. Well, I live in California, where gas prices are like $7 a gallon. Not only I shake the nozzle, I lick it. I don't shake the nozzle anymore. But I moved. I was born in the Holy Land, the land of milk and honey, but I'm lactose intolerant. And at age 3, my family moved to Kuwait. Wow. And from Kuwait, I moved to the U.S. and, to go to college legally. And then I was in Ohio, then I moved to California, and I don't know why. I was drinking, smoking, doing drugs. I didn't know Jesus personally at the time. So I wanted to run a marathon. I don't know why, Carl, but I said, I'm going to run a marathon. So
no lead up. You just all of a sudden decided I'm going to run.
All of a sudden, I thought I can run a marathon. Okay. So I go to LA. I sign up for the marathon. Then they tell you when to come back, and then I came back for the day running. The night before, Muhammad Ali was sitting at my table, and he grabbed my hand and he squeezed it. That was 1990. And he goes, "You gonna finish this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I will."
No way.
I promise him. So anyway, so I started running like other people do. I'm copying them. When I got to the 2 miles out of the 26.2, my body became like a dysfunctional family. I'm serious, Carl. My lungs were like the grandpa, like, are we there yet? My heart became like a wife, like, hey, nobody's told me about this. I'm the only one pumping here. Let me see if I stop and see what happens to all of you. And then my legs became like my kids. Dad, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And I don't know why I made it to the 22 miles.
Wow.
And a homeless lady got up and looked at it. She goes, "Oh, honey, you can't quit now. You can see the finish line." And I mean, when you see the finish line, you get some extra energy. I didn't. I just walked to the finish line, dropped there, and I said, I cannot believe I'm capable of doing something that big. Wow. What do I want to do in life that if I never get paid for it, Carl, I will still give it my best? And I always loved to see people laugh. I wanted to see people laugh. Not I wanted to be I'm funny. I don't care about that. I want to see people laugh. And in fact, 2 days ago, I was in Nampa, Idaho, doing a radio concert. It's sold out. And I told the people, I said, hey, when you laugh, you energize me. And two people came to me, and I put it on my Instagram, if you notice it. One guy said, I just lost my son, and I don't think I could have laughed again. And tonight you made me laugh. Another lady jumps in on Facebook, and she goes, not only this guy, I lost my son and I lost my husband, and I couldn't think I can laugh. So to me, that what charges me is making people laugh. So I went the next day to the LA Cabaret in LA. I signed up for open mic night at 7 p.m. At midnight. They put me on stage, 9 drunks. I didn't have any jokes. I mean, I was just never done comedy. I just, like, people used to say, oh, you're from the Middle East. You live in a tent. I go, yeah, a 2-story tent with a 2-camel garage. And my brother would come take, Ken and Barbie hostages. I sent G.I. Joe to get him back. Stupid jokes. And people just fell off their chairs laughing. And I'm like, that's it. That's what I want to do in life.
Wow.
And so from that moment on, I signed up, the Comedy Store the next day. I started working with people like Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Kevin James.
Are you serious?
I started doing Vegas. B.B. King had me open for him. Oh, that was the greatest.
Oh, that's amazing.
And just God opened the door for me, even though I didn't think it was him, until I got to do NBC. And NBC wanted to do a sitcom for me called Fish Out of Water, Middle Eastern Man in America. And that's when a friend of mine invited me to church.
Wow.
And I went to church, and he goes, would you go to church with me? I'm like, why not? I'm from the Holy Land. We gave you Jesus. What did they tell him? Give you pizza?
Let's see what you did with them.
What did the Chinese give you? Walmart? We gave you Jesus. Well, I went to church, but Carl, I had this fear because I knew there was this hole inside, and money and parties. I didn't go to Diddy's, but everything, the money and the fame didn't do anything for me. So I knew there was something missing. And when I went to church, even though I knew God is holy and I'm horribly bad, I knew I needed that. And when I walked at the church and the pastor said, come as you are, God will do the work. I went forward, gave my life to Christ, called my manager the next morning. I said, I quit. And after 250 some F words, he goes, okay, I'm fine. You're released. And I didn't go to any management. I didn't go to any other network. I quit comedy. And a week later, my pastor comes to me. He goes, Nazareth, God created the humor. Satan perverted it. Why can't you do comedy for the church? I'm like, are you kidding me? He goes, why not? And that's when I felt God saying, you know what? You need to do this clean. You do it for me. And you do that. And that was about 30 some years ago where I started doing it. And God sent me to prisons. And I love going to prisons because, men in prison, women are great in prison, Carl. I killed them. He deserved it. If I get the chance to do it again, I will do it again. Men, it's not my fault, man. I came from a dysfunctional family.
Women accept responsibility.
How about that? But that's how it started, and that's how I'm still doing comedy full time since.
Oh man, I honestly, I love that. I love this story. It's just phenomenal to me. And you're right. It's healing. Sometimes I get so busy and just caught up with life, that I just forget to take time to enjoy life. My wife can attest to that. And just laugh. And then I love laughing, and I just don't do it enough. So I need to, there was a period where I started watching comedy just to be able to laugh. But you know what? We only have a couple minutes in this block. And if you'll stay with me for one more block, I'd appreciate it. We're speaking to the comedian Nazareth. I was telling you when we were offline, Christian comedy used to kind of fall flat with me. It didn't seem like it was that great. But now I feel like there's an emergence of Christian comedians that are just good, clean, fun, but actually funny. And scrolling through your IG account at comedian Nazareth, it was the same thing. So it was nice to see. And I hate to say that, but I think it's a true statement. I feel like Christian entertainment is getting better in general. Christian comedy is getting better in general.
It is. It is. And in fact, you know what? When I started Christian comedy, there was no money into it. But when the market opened up and some comedians who are Christian, love the Lord, felt, hey, I can get into that and do this full time. So I praise God to show people that actually you are good blessing to me, because today before the show I got an email from Dry Bar Comedy, which is owned by Angel Studio, and they had thousands of comedians, and they said you just won best comedy of the year, and we
Really?
want you, yeah, and they're doing the awards in a couple of days. They want me to do a video, but to me it's like that number of people that now doing clean comedy, which when I started doing it, there was nobody. I was like, oh, clean comedy that honors God. Some of that in the dry bar honors God. Some of them are believers, but it's really good to see people demanding that clean comedy now.
Man, I love that. I love that. Okay, we're going to go one more segment with Comedian Nazareth. Again, find him, comediannazareth.usa.com, comediannazareth.usa.com. More on the other side.
NazarethUSA.com only.
NazarethUSA.com. Okay, we'll be back on the other side. I want to tell you guys about MyPillow real quickly. Mike Lindell and the MyPillow employees want to thank all of you for your great support this past year. They're looking to make 2026 the best year yet. As a thank you to my listeners, MyPillow is exclusively offering free shipping on your entire order. Wow. And at wholesale pricing, that means they are bringing back the mega sale exclusively for my listeners. That's pretty cool. For example, the classic MyPillows, regularly $49.98, and now are marked down to $14.98. Wow. Turn any mattress into the best mattress ever with the Made in the USA MyPillow, my mattress topper, and save up to $100. Get a set of MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets for as low as $29.98, or the 6-pack towel set for $34.98. To get the best specials ever, go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code Carl, that is CARL, or call them at 800-858-0263. These offers won't last long, so please call 1-800-858-0263 today. Go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code Carl.
My name is Nazareth. I was born in the city of Nazareth in Israel. And it's a family. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It wasn't my choice, but it's a family tradition to name you after the city you're born in. I feel sorry for my brother Waikiki, my other brother Albuquerque, and my sister Buffalo. It's sad. I'm from the land of milk and honey, but I'm lactose intolerant. But I love this country. I moved here about 35 years ago. This is the greatest nation in the world, people. Because we have choice. Everywhere you go, you get your choice. I went to buy some groceries. They said, you want paper or plastic? Choice. Went to get some coffee. It said, regular or decaf? Choice. Got out to the airport, this guy with a gun. He said, you want to give me your wallet or I'll shoot you? Choice. You want to be a Republican or leave Utah? I live in California. I love California. California is a melting pot. People from everywhere. I mean, my African-American friends there, they call me dog. Hey, dog. How are you, dog? My Latino friends call me Ese. My white friends call me buddy. My Middle Eastern friends call me infidel. And my Indian friends call me every day to tell me I owe the IRS money.
Let's pause it there. I just wanted to give you guys a taste of his comedy. That's good stuff, man. That is good stuff. I love that.
I'm taking you on the road. You have a great laugh, Carl.
Man, I appreciate it. You know what I love too? I love that comedy can kind of break through, or does break through, the political correctness, brings everybody together. Everybody can laugh at each other. Yes. And that is a good thing. I feel like we're kind of missing that now. I feel like there was a point in time that there was a point in time that I remember where people got to a point where, you could laugh. I grew up in LA. So, I mean, I had so many friends, different races. The same, I'm in Florida now. And it's the same thing. And we can just laugh. But I feel like political correctness kind of set in, took that away. But I feel like that's making a comeback. And I even recall that I call it the COVID lockdowns, where a lot of people were afraid to speak up. And I feel like kind of comedians did a huge part, as well as I would say radio people like myself, but comedians mostly, I think, did a major job in making sure that people were laughing and kind of fighting back with their comedy.
Right. Because, this whole woke thing about, comedians are the gestures of the culture. In the old days when the king, if anybody the king didn't like, he would cut their head off, except the jester, because he can joke to the king, because the king will know what's going on in the culture, in his kingdom. So when a comedian goes up and shares what they feel, that's how the other people know what's going on around, instead of getting offended. Oh, you can't talk about this. You can't talk about that. I did a joke a while ago, it has nothing political. There's a story in San Francisco. They did a study and they found out that 35% of people, if a man and a dog are crossing the street and a bus comes at him, who would they save first? And more than 35% said they will save the dog first.
Wow.
And I'm going, that's why when I walk in San Francisco, I put a hat on my dog. It says, "Make America Great Again." No, people laugh. They knew what I'm saying. I'm not political. I'm not saying I'm promoting anybody, but what I'm saying is sometimes that's
a safe bet in San Francisco. That's a safe bet there. That's for sure. I love it. I love it. Listen, I mean, and I'm a conservative. It's funny. People should be able to laugh. You should be able to go out and laugh at each other. And frankly, I look at some of these, even these late night, quote unquote, comedians, and I'm like, dude, you're getting paid a buttload of money. Make people laugh. That's the best ministry you have. You don't have to take sides. You can rag on everybody and just make people laugh. Just be funny. There's so much healing in it. I love it, man. I hate. I got to tell you, man, I'm convicted because I simply don't laugh enough. So just having you on is convicting. I'm like, man, I'm going to flip you on.
You need to, Carl. And I'll tell you what, because of my comedy, most of the time what I get to do is like my goal, I want to unite America. If you're an American, you're my brother. I don't care what your belief system in different things. At the end of the day, we're in one nation. We love, and I try to make people laugh, because at the end of the show, I personally believe the way we can fix our nation is people turn their hearts to Christ.
Yeah.
So when I'm giving the opportunity, if I'm not doing a corporation, I do corporations, I do different events. But if I'm giving the opportunity, I'm able to share what God has done in my life, what the Lord Jesus did in my life. And then give that opportunity to people and say, hey, if you really turn your heart to Christ, it's really will change a lot for people. And I think our problem, racism, if you go down to it, basically it's about a sin issue. All the fighting, if you're, very liberal or neoconservative, it's a sin issue that we have to come together and know that, hey, we can laugh at this. We can laugh. We're adults. We can laugh at stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't do anything political in my show. I don't.
And honestly, I think that's cool and that's fun with that. But frankly, if you jabbed at anybody on either side of the aisle and it's funny, guess what? I'm going to laugh. As long as it's not, you're not trying to cut people down per se. It's just people need to laugh. I got to ask you this. Did someone, I know you said you enjoyed making people laugh growing up. So you kind of felt that, but did family members or anybody ever turn to you and were they like, dude, you're so funny. Did you hear it from other people before you figured it out yourself?
I used to have a little bit of that. I mean, my mom was always very strict and very Middle Eastern mom. But I used to make her laugh. I fought bullying in Kuwait because I was a Christian guy, going to a school that predominantly Muslims and I'm going to place that I'm a second class citizen because I wasn't a native Kuwaiti. I mean, I use comedy and humor to help me just, navigate
Makes
my way
sense.
through it. But people were laughing, and I was like, I never thought you can make a living. I didn't know. And back then in Kuwait, you didn't know there was stand-up comedy. But when I moved here, I started watching, and I'm like, hey, I can do this. And
Man,
that's
that's
when I
cool.
started.
That honestly, it's a tribute to. I mean, obviously the American dream. I mean, you've fulfilled it. You've come here as an immigrant, a legal immigrant. You chased after your dream. You're fulfilling your dream, making people laugh. I mean, that's just got to feel absolutely amazing because people can have a bad day. People can have a bad week. They go to a show like yours, and it just resets the mood, resets their tone, puts them in a better mood. I mean, that has got to be one of the coolest feelings in the world.
It is, and the last, as I said, on Friday I got two texts. I was able to put them on Instagram, and I asked for from the people who wrote it because I said this is my paycheck for tonight. It was a text from a dad who said I just lost my kid, and I didn't think I could laugh again, but you made me laugh. And then the bonus check with another lady who said I just lost my husband and my son, and I didn't know how I can laugh again, and you did. And that's my goal. I want you people to come on my show. I want you to laugh, enjoy yourself, have a great time. I don't want you to think, oh, I don't like it. Especially when people do dirty material. Because comedy, it causes endorphins to kick in your body and makes you feel better and feel good. But if someone is saying something against your what you believe, kind of, there's something inside of you that doesn't laugh as much, doesn't relax, doesn't lower your guard enough, and that's what I try to avoid. I want people to lower their guard, and hopefully at the end, if they get to be encouraged, knowing that Christ who changed my life is available to them, I would do that. If it's a corporate event, I just do my comedy, straight, clean comedy for them.
I love it. And again, the website is NazarethUSA.com, NazarethUSA.com, NazarethUSA.com. Make sure you also follow him online. You can follow him on Instagram, Comedian Nazareth. But I'm assuming everything, you've got everything kind of encompassed at NazarethUSA.com. So I would encourage people to go there. Does that work?
Yeah, that works. They can go to our website. They can find everything about me, and you can watch a lot of videos. Or they can, if they want to go to social media, which already on my website, they can click there. But at Comedian Nazareth, they can find it on YouTube at Comedian Nazareth. They'll find all of it.
Let me ask you one more question. We got about 30 seconds here, but is there something or is something that you've been able to achieve as a comedian where you're like, wow, I never thought this would have happened to me? Maybe it's somebody you met. I mean, you mentioned Muhammad Ali. Maybe it's somebody you met, something God, we're just, wow, this is amazing. This was impossible.
I was doing a death row prison, and at the end of my show, a gentleman from prison, he goes, I'm sentenced to be executed next week. And I'm just wanna, I said, when I heard you, I said, I feel I need Jesus. And I prayed with him. And to me, that was a highlight for me.
Oh, man. Amazing. Amazing. NazarethUSA.com, NazarethUSA.com, NazarethUSA.com.